Harper Audio presents Every Single Second by Tricia Springstubb. Performed by Arielle DeLisle. At first, Nella doesn't recognize the sound. The wind, maybe? Except the trees behind the stone wall don't move. A flock of birds with heavy wings, except the sky is empty. Ghosts? Except of course that's ridiculous. A girl who's lived her whole life across from a graveyard does not let herself believe in ghosts. The July night is warm, but she shivers. Until a few days ago, Nella knew every sight and sound, smell and taste of her neighborhood. The steep hill and narrow houses, the cheesy music at Mama Gemma's, the supernatural perfume of fresh donuts, and the zing of lemon ice. She and Angela used to love... No, don't think about Angela. Just don't. She starts down the hill, past the deserted bocce court, the silent social club, the boarded-up school. Emptiness all around. The sound grows louder. It's almost dark and she should go home, but the sound tugs her forward. The hill is so steep, the houses and shops have to dig in and hang on with all their might. When Nella was still little, maybe 7 or 8, she saw pictures of a landslide. She freaked. She imagined her neighborhood suddenly swept away, tumbled and crushed and reduced to piles of bone and rubble. Anthony, Angela's big brother, reassured her. "No landslides in this part of the world," he said, shaking his princely head, smiling with those deep-set eyes, personally guaranteeing nothing bad would ever, do you hear me, ever happen to her or Angela. Anthony. The world tilts and goes blurry. "You okay?" asks a soft voice at her elbow. A stranger. A woman with long dreads and dark, anxious eyes. Nella has almost reached the street where it happened, and suddenly she's surrounded by other people, all intent on getting to the source of that sound. Looking into the woman's concerned face, Nella at last recognizes what that sound is. Voices. Voices singing. "I'm all right," says Nella, and then, who knows why, she says thank you in Italian. "Mille grazie." The woman hesitates, but the sound, the singing, is pulling her too. She reaches up, Nella is taller than she is, and gives Nella's head a motherly pat, then disappears around the corner. Police cars block off the street. Cops lean against them, arms folded. Maybe they're here to protect people, but they scare Nella. There are news vans, men with cameras on their shoulders. She looks around, recognizing no one. A tornado snatched up every person she knows and spun them away. An earthquake gobbled them down. A landslide pulverized them. She slips between the barricades. A sea of strangers overflows the narrow street, spilling onto the sidewalks and little front lawns. Where did all these people come from? What are they singing? It sounds like a hymn, but not one Nella knows. She searches for Angela's face, her bright shining hair. Crazy! Of course she's not here. This is the last place on earth she'd be. There was blood on the sidewalk, her little brother said. They washed it away, but you can still see it. Nella squeezes her eyes shut. She can't stop shivering. Wrapping her arms around herself, she thinks, this is where it happened. Thinks, how could it happen? The voices rise, growing richer and stronger, gaining power till they turn into a solid thing, pushing hard against the darkness, trying to push it back and make something happen. Or undo something that already did.